This is a view I could wake up to every day. And it is nice and cool and fresh and damp out there after that storm. We braved the rain and come to the metro. We're still not sure what we're doing today. We're going to the Old Town, is what it's called, isn't it, the Old Town? Yeah, I'm gonna have a look around there and see what we see. We're all a little bit wet after that journey, as you can see. Yeah. We are here. There's no... We're using an app to get our tickets. What's the app called, Paul?
It is... I don't want to butcher it.
Yeah, I didn't want to butcher it, so put it in your hands.
It is called... Liteka. Yeah.
And anyone wants to correct us on that pronunciation.
PID Liteka.
Yeah. So we brought our tickets on there to head in. There's no barriers or anything. You just have to show it if somebody asked, which is quite cool. You just walk straight in, no faffing around, no contactless, no tickets, like on the underground. Yeah. So we're in Prague city centre now, the Old Town. The train station had a little tour group going when I arrived, saying a little bit of story about something that happened during the war and the liberation from Russia, or by Russia. I didn't catch what it was. Paul tells me it's some kind of old bunker or something down there. I got a little bit fidget. But yeah, it's quite interesting.
Don't hold me to that. I mean, I'm not 100% sure. It was like 6 years ago that I heard about it myself.
Yeah, but I'll have a little look at it when I get home probably and find out what it is. But it's certainly interesting. She seems like quite a funny tour guide as well. But yeah, they're gonna have a wander around the Old Town. I love people. So this is the celestial clock. My grandparents gave me a little leaflet about this, so I had to come see it. It's a very fascinating clock that kind of how many centuries old it is. But it doesn't just tell the time, it tells celestial time, the movements of planets, I think, constellations, all sorts. It's incredibly impressive and beautiful. Look at the size of this gorgeous tour boat. And here we are on Charles Bridge, an incredibly beautiful bridge, a really cool arch entranceway over there. More statues down it. I love in Prague, it's so historic and beautiful. So Paul tells me on the Jesus statue behind me, there's two little lapel bits stick out. You see they've been touched by, and if you touch them, you wish on them, is that it?
Yeah, it's technically like the Czech version of a Blarney stone from like Ireland, but I think you rub them or you kiss them or something like that and make a wish, and supposedly it comes true within the year.
Pretty cool. You can see the little statue behind me there.
Again, most
everyone's getting the photograph taken.
Like so many years ago.
Yeah. Work on Paul's knowledge from family a long time ago. We're hoping he's remembered well.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably be berated for it later on. But...
yeah, when they watch it, like, well, that's not what we told you. There's this little canal bit on the corner of the river over there on the edge, which is bypassing this bit that boats can't get down, so they go around it. That's really cool. Also, the little post that the boat's moored to are penguins. I would love to know why they're penguins. Fact check time. The statue up there does not appear to be the statue that Paul was thinking of. It appears to be the little one behind with these lasers at, because everyone's touching it. Sorry about that.
I told you my knowledge was a little bit old.
And to be fair, you still got the story right, it's just a different statue. Kudos to that. I'm going to check Paul's facts later and maybe do a future Darren thing to update you, because people are touching the statue behind me as well, and that's 3 of them we've seen doing that with, so I feel like there's more to this than we're told. I'll find out. So Future Darren and Future Paul have had a little look into this. It turns out there are 3 places on the bridge you can make wishes, but it's not that first statue, it's the second smaller one, the third one we've just seen, and the entranceway. And there are different rules and different things you wish for in each one. So I've left a link in the description to have a look at if you're interested. And we'll let you get back to past Darren. You have the little bear in the window there, or the little rafters, yeah.
Okay. All I can see is an orange blur, so I knew it was something.
The atmosphere in that place was absolutely amazing. The music was great. We had, I think, a Spanish couple opposite us, and the woman was really getting into music and dancing. We had a table jig together. It was way when she left. The food was absolutely delicious. Loved it. Me and Paul really enjoyed our meal. Janet, I think. And now we're going to head down to this ghost museum we saw on the way up, because it's raining a lot again. We're trying to find something inside to do. It looked, from a little glass on the way up, really atmospheric and quite creepy. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're in the Ghost Museum. They give you a little audio guide you can download on your phone, which is really cool. There is an alchemy museum horror thing, so we're going to do in the Ghost Museum today. But yeah, really atmospheric in here, I like it.
Open the book. Heroes of hundreds of legends started to appear from the walls of Prague, where hundreds of stories took place. And so a giant cabinet was opened, filled with books, legends, and mysterious artifacts belonging to the ghosts that you can now play with. In the window, you can see the infant who used to haunt on Charles Bridge. The builder of Charles Bridge had made a deal with the devil to help him with the construction. The devil asked for the first soul, which would enter the bridge. The builder took a cockerel and sent that to be the first to cross the bridge. But the devil was devilishly cruel. He visited the builder's wife and told her that a terrible misfortune had happened at the construction site. She ran out to help her husband, and her unborn child in her belly was the first soul to enter the bridge. And the skeleton steps on the bellows to help him play the organ. You can try to play the organ, and then we shall move to the magic mirror, accompanied by their ghastly music.
That was quite cool. Not chopsticks then.
Would you like to know what you would look like if you were a Prague ghost? Just push the button at the mirror and find out. Which is burned by the Fazzeri troops. The white bell calls people for prayer. The red gathers people for food. And the black rings when someone dies in the house.
Okay.
So it happened when the master of the house was on a journey, and his wife, Petronila, heard the bell. It rang for the second time, when Petronila intended to marry an adulterer. Her husband warned her with the bell, and her suitor died of fright. Her Italian friend was told that she was unfaithful to him, and he immediately killed her, instead of looking for the truth. He threw her body into the deer ditch. His crime was revealed, and his last wish was that the statue of his beloved Bridget was carved in the stone, made in the same way she was at that moment. This is why the statue is full of lizards and worms crawling from her rotten body. It can be found in St. George's Basilica at the Prague Castle.
Well, that's creepy.
If you don't come back up, then you'll probably be dead and just...
Yeah, like this guy here on the stairs got us.
Just below the stairs is the Turk from Ungia. He was a Turkish merchant who fell in love with a Czech girl. She agreed with the marriage under one condition: he would convert to Christianity. But when he agreed and went home to get divorced from his 3 wives, she married another. When the Turk returned back to Prague, he cut her head off and took it home as a souvenir. The golem had great power, and the rabbi was afraid that it could get into the hands of someone who could misuse such strength after his death. because there are a lot of people of that kind in every century. That's why he took his life and made him sleep forever, as you can see here.
Oh my god, that's a little bit creepy.
We have a headless Templar knight in Prague. 700 years ago, Templars were persecuted throughout Europe, and the Prague Grand Master was executed. But he was executed unjustly, and he made an oath that he would appear here to punish all wickedness. He rides a horse, with flames coming out from its nostrils, running through Old Town. Sometimes, however, he visits a tavern to learn about the wrongdoings of the time. When he came to have a beer for the first time, he did not know what to do. Put his head on the counter and poured the beer inside his mouth. It soon flooded everywhere around, and the poor daughter of the innkeeper, Juliana, had to clean the mess. Moreover, he scared the guests. So, Juliana took the Templar's head, put it back on his neck, and he finally managed to quench his thirst.
Paul, you seen this?
Oh, hello.
Back to the room. So what's the rest of the thing say? Oh, there's a little guest book.
Yeah. Am I right in it?
I would, but the pen doesn't work.
Probably not a lot of pen left.
No. Okay, we won't write it. That was a nice little self-guided tour with the phone, I thought. We had a little trouble sometimes working out where we were meant to press play, working out what we were looking at. Yeah, because he's like, look through that window. It's like, there's loads of windows. Which window are we looking at? But we worked them all out. Yeah, it's cool to hear about the local legends of the place. I enjoyed that. But yeah. Look, there's a few other museums we're not doing those. It is still chucking it down as well, so I don't know what we're doing now.
Yeah, we're not entirely sure, but we're trying to figure something out.
It's like the supernatural, that's quite interesting. Some weird local legends that are really, well, Prague oriented as you'd expect. We're going to find Paul's aunt knows. I came just out the front. I've left Paul and Janet behind. They've taken a tram to go get some snacks and drinks. And I've gone by myself to do a little bit of a mission that my granddad gave me. So he visited Prague years ago, and I always regretted not going to see the Opera House. And I had a little look, so I go get some photographs for him. And there's usually two buildings that could be the Opera House. One is the National Theatre, which is behind me. And that is what I'm going to photograph first. There's also another opera-based building further in Prague, which I don't know if I'll get to today with this weather. And maybe me and Paul back at the supermarket in a little bit. But I'm going to get to photograph this first out in the rain. I wish I had better weather for this. Come back from Prague and into the apartment again. It was raining a lot, so I went to see the theatre. We went to get a few bits from Albert's and then came back in the rain. But since we left England, Paul keeps telling me there's a cola I have to try over it. It's really different to Coca-Cola or Pepsi. And Paul has found it.
Yep. So yeah, I mean they've both got Coca-Cola in.
Yeah, but Coca-Cola. So yeah, I've got my regular Coke that I brought
the regular
today.
that he thought I wanted, like, because when I mentioned to him the other day that there was a cola or a Coke I think he should try, he thought that it meant the Coca-Cola in this country would be different, but it's not.
Yeah, like when I went to Africa and Madagascar, the Fantas over there were really different. Like they have different colour and everything, and I don't think it tasted as good personally. I didn't really like it, but I'm not a big Fanta drinker anyway. I'd much rather lemonade or Coke. But yeah, the Fanta is actually a kind of country branded one that Paul's not to try. That apparently is very different.
It's different, but it still tastes quite. I mean, to me, it tastes quite nice. But then again, I spent 6 months drinking it, so.
Yeah, we've also got a few sugary treats. There's something that looks like a giant jammy dodger that I actually had this morning that is quite soft. So I've already eaten mine. I don't know when Paul's having his one. There's 3 in there. I thought it was really nice. It's basically a jammy dodger that was a bit soft, but really big.
Soft jammy dodger.
Yeah, it's really nice. And then we've got some peppermint chocolate things. So yeah, we'll see what that like. But Coke first, 'cause I think Paul is excited for me to try this.
Well, I just want to see what he thinks.
If I hate it and spit it out at you, you're going to be
I'm going
crying.
to nuts, but
Wow. Right. That tastes nothing like Coke. It tastes...
does it taste like licorice? Because when I first tasted
Yes, it is licorice. I was going to say dandelion burdock, but I wasn't right. No, yeah, licorice.
Because again, when I first tasted it, that's what I thought.
Yeah. It tastes oddly like having licorice all sorts.
Which isn't a bad thing, but at the same time,
okay.
I mean, I said I spent. Okay, it's not like I was drinking it every day, but it was what was bought during the time that I stayed here, and
You not mentioned Paul lived here for 6 months in the past.
But yeah, I mean, I quite like the taste. I don't know.
I do.
It's different, but it's still
It's a lot. Is it sweeter? Is that the one?
Yeah, but I think
it's
it's because-
kind of sweeter because
I don't think
Coca-Cola is
it's-
quite sweet.
I don't think there's sweetener in it. I think it's actually got sugar in it, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, that's got sugar in it, but it's a different kind of.
There's also like a coffee aftertaste as well. I don't know if you can taste that or not.
No,
I mean, that may just be me then.
I think it's what I'm saying. I don't like coffee, so. Yeah, you're right. It does taste like licorice. Weird, I don't normally like licorice, but I think
it's
that's
because
right. I
it's
think
sweeter.
not. Yeah,
I think it's because like,
really
licorice can be quite bland,
yeah.
but this hasn't got that sort of bland flavour. There is a sugar taste, but there's also this sort of pungent,
Yeah.
licoricey taste to it.
I quite like it.
But I mean, if you're going to come here and you're going to try out different foods from like your normal run-of-the-mill local food, I would definitely try. I'd definitely try Coca-Cola, just simply because it tastes different. Like if you want a different type of taste, like if you're bored of I mean, I don't think anyone would be bored of the flavour of Coca-Cola, but if you want to try something different, try something from a different country.
It is a very different one.
Try that. I mean, like for instance, we tried Miranda, which is a different brand of orange juice, like a fizzy orange, but it's basically just like Fanta, really. I mean, that's how it tasted to me. It tasted like Fanta.
I didn't try it, so I don't know.
No, but that's why I'm saying it.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I quite enjoyed it. We've also had, I'm happy to try a couple of different things, to be fair.
Well, next, I think we have a couple before we have dinner later. These little mints. I want to be honest on carrying the camera.
Yeah, well, we probably, it's a Ryan. Okay, yeah. These aren't bad. I've tried these as well.
I showed Anna a picture and she thinks they're going to be bad.
I think, yes, they are, maybe. I feel like...
I want to hopes for these, and I've made a bad choice, apparently. Let's give it
I've
a
got
go.
a funny feeling they've got like a soft set.
That's what I'm expecting.
Yeah,
I'm
but
thinking
not-
like a thicker version of an After Eight.
No, not like that.
No?
I think more thicker than After Eight, but still creamy. So there's the thicker bit. I mean, it does taste like an After Eight, yes, but I wouldn't say it's as gooey.
No. An After Eight's nicer, I think. I'll have another one before we come off. They're not bad though.
You're right, they're good.
But they're no After Eight.
They're no After Eight, yeah.
But I have a second pudding. Right. That's our full food tasty thing. I'll tell you properly these little jammy dodger things actually food.
It might be a good idea if we do go into any supermarket or anything in the next couple of days. Try and pick out some other things that you might want to try.
Yeah, I'm gonna got some more food.
If you want to see that,
Hopefully not just junk food.
let us know in the comments and I'll make him eat all sorts.
Mate, when we go to Paris, I've already agreed I'm eating snails, so
Yeah, but everyone eats snails when they go to France.
I've been 3 times and I've not eaten them yet.
Okay, everyone but him.
How many times have you been to France?
No.
You have been to France, I know you have.
South of France, different.
Still France. So you could have still eaten snails.
I had pizza with an egg on it. It was a fried egg on a pizza. It was different.
Snails. Anyway, yeah, we're having snails in Paris. Or I am at least.
I'll have a nibble. I do believe they're fried in like a garlic butter, so I might have one.
Yeah, I like garlic. But yeah, I don't know what else we're doing this afternoon. We're just having an easy time, so we may not see you again in this vlog. So if not, we'll see you tomorrow where we are doing the Prague Museum and Madame Tussauds. That definitely.
If that is the plan, yes.
We think the Prague Museum and Madame Tussauds.
I've let the other part of the group know
Yeah, should be more
about
tomorrow.
museum. I don't know about Madame Tussauds yet, but I'll let them know. And hopefully, yeah, tomorrow it'll be that.
We're trying to keep the indoor things because the weather's not going to be bad until Monday. Then we start doing outside things. I'm really hoping to get to the zoo. One of my friends just got back from Prague and they went to the zoo and they're heavily recommending going as well. So I've heard a lot of good things. But yeah.
I mean, I've never been, even when I was staying here, but I heard very good things about it, even back then. So within, what, 10 years? Yeah, near enough 10 years, this will be the first trip we go to that zoo. And I'm hoping that it breaks expectation.
It is good. A lot of European zoos are usually better than English zoos, not to run the English zoos. Their standards are a bit higher over here, I think.
I mean, the one we went to in, not Amsterdam, Holland.
Yeah, Burgers.
That wasn't a bad zoo. That was a pretty good zoo.
Burgers and Appenhill in Holland, if you ever go. Fantastic zoos.
But I imagine this would be something as good as,
I think
or
it has
similar.
got a biodome or two. I think the Paris zoo that we're going to do has as well. The Paris one has a Madagascar zone, which is the big thing for that. But
yeah.
This zoo looks really good. But yeah, so if we don't talk to you again today, we'll see you for the museums tomorrow.
Bye-bye.